Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. My name is Krystal Cooper, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about my background. I currently work as a senior technical producer at Unity Technologies, a game engine platform, real-time 3D platform. And I got my start in just the industry that includes VFX, animation, new media. Back in 2008, I started off as a production coordinator for a company called Sabella Dern. They make, straight to home DVDs like Angelina Ballerina, those kind of things. We'll skip up about 15 years. I've worked at Industrial Light and Magic, I've worked at Disney, and I've always just been fascinated by everything that, the cool things, right? The emerging media, the sci-fi things. And, having a background in technology definitely helps bringing all those things to life. We make the movies, we make the animations, and then it's like, these are all make-believe stories, but in reality, these things are really, they're becoming real tangible things that we can actually do from, the interfaces and Minority Report. I mean, we're planning a mission to Mars in a couple of years. It's a sense of curiosity about the world and just wonder in general. It just so happens that a lot of the cool things are in animation and technology, but I really consider myself a creative technologist and an artist, just using different mediums. Technology to me is just another type of, paintbrush. Some people make, really cool movies. Other people, create dance performances. It's just that spark, right? That spark of creativity. That's what really inspires me. Oh, so many things. I would tell my younger self not to be too hard on myself and to keep pushing forward. I'd let her know very early that you'll be the only one that looks like you for a long time, until you start to move around the world and start to meet other people, like yourself. And then when you do meet other people to, form a network. You can't get through these industries. I don't care if you work in construction or entertainment, you can't get through them alone. And it's not just like, oh, I just need someone to lean on to vent, but it's, to collaborate. Movies aren't made by themselves, TV shows aren't made with, one person, and you need a village, a crew of people that kind of like you connect with throughout your career. I would say that. I would say always stay learning. I went to school, I have a couple of degrees, but nothing like that hands-on experience, being on set, being in the, in the thick of things, having a sense or awareness of the technology. You don't have to know how to use every feature of a tool, but when people have these high level conversations, you kind of want to be able to keep up with the pace, right? So you know how much things cost, where things are located, how long things take. I think those are things are definitely that I would tell my younger self. And the one thing that has always that stayed with me, and I'll end on that, is being discreet, knowing when and having the discernment of when to reveal information and not. You want to work on all the cool projects, you want to work on the fun things. You can't leak anything. You can't talk about it even to your family. And it's like, oh my gosh, that's my favorite movie, my favorite character. You just have to keep it kind of buttoned up, and that will take you through the rest of your career. I would say no matter where you can keep your mouth shut and, not talk too much about what you're working on outside of your production, I think is gold. Volunteering, honestly. So I didn't feel so alone. I've had the fortune to work with really great people. Unfortunately, there's some not so great people that are at those companies. And, I think they say like microaggressions is like death by a thousand slices, and you can't, put one Band-Aid on them. So for me, it's definitely, taking a step back, definitely going on vacations and things like that. But volunteering, to know that when you connect with other people, when you're giving back to your community, you find more like-minded people outside of work or outside of the, the production that you're on, that at the end of the day, it reminds you and it reinforces why you got into it, you know, helping that kid make their first web video, helping a grandma code, helping a community document their history and their culture. Those things take you out of the day-to-day shot schedule, budgets, and things like that. It reminds you that all of this collective and creative energy means something bigger than yourself.